Gentlemen, have you ever felt like your body is a high-performance machine that just started losing its spark after 60? Perhaps you find yourself waking up 3 or 4 times every single night just to use the bathroom. Or maybe you have noticed that the vibrant energy you once possessed at 2 in the afternoon has simply vanished. I am a board-certified urologist with 12 years of clinical experience, and today we are going to dive deep into a topic that many men feel uncomfortable discussing with their own doctors, let alone their friends. We are talking about the frequency of ejaculation and what actually happens inside your body if you choose to stay active every single day after the age of 60. Society often tells us that decline is an inevitable part of aging, but I am here to tell you that decline is optional. Before we begin, I want to know where you are watching from today. Please leave a comment with your city or country because it helps me understand the global community of men who are dedicated to mastering their health and reclaiming their vitality. This video is not just about a biological function. It is about your dignity, your sleep, and your long-term prostate health. I promise to reveal a simple, science-based approach that most doctors overlook, and by the end of this conversation, you will have a clear roadmap to navigate your 60s and beyond with the confidence of a man half your age. Let us break the silence and look at the facts. Many men believe that as they age, they should slow down or that their bodies are simply running out of fuel. This is one of the biggest lies told to the modern man. Imagine your prostate, which is a small organ about the size of a walnut, as a vital junction in your body. It surrounds the urethra, the tube that carries urine and fluid out of your body. When this organ becomes congested or inflamed, it is like someone is stepping on a garden hose. This leads to that frustrating, weak stream and those frequent trips to the bathroom at 3 in the morning. Now, let us look at the science of daily activity. A landmark study from Harvard University followed nearly 30,000 men for 18 years and found something remarkable. Men who reported ejaculating at least 21 times per month had a 20% lower risk of developing prostate cancer compared to those who only did so 4 to 7 times a month. Why does this happen? Think of your prostate as a rushing river versus a stagnant pond. When the river flows regularly, it flushes out potential carcinogens, cellular debris, and calcifications that can lead to inflammation and disease. If the water stops moving, it becomes a breeding ground for problems. This is the biological foundation of why frequency matters. The prostate is not just a gland, it is a biological filter. Every day, it produces fluid that makes up a significant portion of the ejaculate. This fluid contains enzymes, proteins, and minerals. When this fluid sits for too long, it can become thick and concentrated. This leads to the formation of small stones or calcifications within the tissue. By maintaining a high frequency of activity, you are essentially performing a mechanical flush of the system. This prevents the buildup of cellular waste products that can trigger inflammation. Inflammation is the root cause of many prostate issues, including benign prostatic hyperplasia and chronic prostatitis. When we look at the data from the long-term studies, we see that the protective effect is cumulative. It is not just about what you do this week, but the habits you maintain over years. The 20% reduction in risk seen in the studies is a significant margin. It suggests that the physical act of clearing the gland has a direct impact on the DNA health of the prostate cells. Furthermore, we must consider the vascular health of the entire pelvic region. The arteries that supply the prostate are small and sensitive. They are often the first to show signs of cardiovascular disease. By engaging in regular activity, you are demanding increased blood flow to these vessels. This demand keeps the vessel walls flexible and responsive. It is a form of internal exercise that most men never think about. However, I often hear from patients who worry that daily activity will drain their testosterone or leave them feeling exhausted. The truth is actually the opposite. Engaging in regular intimacy and ejaculation helps stimulate the production of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a miracle molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and open up. This does not just help with performance, it helps your heart, your brain, and your overall circulation. When you maintain this flow, you are essentially giving your cardiovascular system a daily workout. Furthermore, we must discuss the hormonal impact. After an ejaculation, your body releases a cocktail of chemicals including oxytocin and prolactin. These are not just feel-good chemicals, they are essential for deep, restorative sleep. For a man over 60, sleep is the primary time when your body repairs tissues and produces natural testosterone. If you are sleeping better because your hormonal profile is balanced, your energy levels during the day will actually increase, not decrease. We also need to discuss the role of the nervous system. The process of arousal and ejaculation involves a complex dance between the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. In our modern world, many men are stuck in a state of chronic stress, which keeps the sympathetic nervous system in overdrive. This can lead to tension in the pelvic floor muscles. Regular activity helps to reset this balance, allowing the body to enter a state of deep relaxation afterward. This relaxation is crucial for the healing processes that occur during sleep. Speaking of sleep, the hormonal release that follows activity is one of nature's most potent sedatives. For a man over 60, getting 7 to 8 hours of high-quality sleep is the single best thing he can do for his testosterone levels. When you improve your sleep quality through natural biological cycles, you are supporting your brain health and your cognitive function. Let us also look at the nutritional aspect in more detail. Zinc is often called the ultimate male mineral because the prostate contains the highest concentration of zinc in the human body. It is essential for the production of healthy fluid and for the immune function of the gland. When you combine zinc with the antioxidant power of lycopene, you are creating a chemical environment where your cells can thrive. This is why I emphasize that frequency must be supported by fuel. You cannot expect a high-performance engine to run on low-quality fuel. We should also address the myth of the limited supply. Some men believe they have a finite amount of energy or fluid and that they should save it. This is biologically incorrect. The body is a dynamic system that responds to demand. When you increase the demand, the body increases the supply. This is why men who stay active often report that they feel more energetic and more capable as time goes on. It is the stagnation that leads to the feeling of being old. By choosing to stay active, you are choosing to keep the machinery in motion. This has a profound effect on your self-image. A man who knows his body is functional is a man who carries himself with a different level of authority. This confidence spills over into your professional life, your social interactions, and your personal relationships. It is a holistic approach to aging that treats the man as a whole being, not just a collection of symptoms. We must also talk about the mechanics of the bladder. As the prostate grows, it can put pressure on the bladder neck. This makes it harder for the bladder to empty completely. By keeping the prostate healthy and reduced in size through regular flushing, you are taking the pressure off the bladder. This leads to fewer interruptions during the night and a stronger, more consistent stream during the day. It is about restoring the natural flow that you had in your younger years. This is not just a dream, it is a biological possibility for many men who are willing to follow the science. I want to tell you about a patient who came to see me when he was 68 years old. He was frustrated, feeling like his best years were behind him, and he was struggling with a very weak urinary stream. He had been told by another practitioner to just take it easy and accept that he was getting older. We decided to implement a protocol of regular prostate flushing combined with specific nutritional support. Within 6 weeks, he reported that he felt a surge of confidence he had not felt in a decade. His urinary symptoms improved because we were reducing the congestion in his pelvic floor. This is the power of working with your biology instead of fighting against it. Now you might be wondering if daily is too much. For some men, every single day might feel like a chore, and that is where we focus on the quality and the intent. It is not just about the physical act, it is about the neurological connection. As we age, the brain plays a massive role in our physical health. When you prioritize your intimate health, you are sending a signal to your brain that you are still a vital, relevant, and powerful man. This prevents the psychological decline that often accompanies physical aging. We also need to address the health of the pelvic floor muscles. Just like any other muscle in your body, the muscles that support your bladder and your prostate can become weak. Regular activity acts as a form of resistance training for these muscles, helping to prevent incontinence and improving the strength of your urinary flow. It is also important to support this physical activity with the right fuel. I always recommend that my patients over 60 focus on lycopene, which is found in abundance in cooked tomatoes. Lycopene acts like a shield for the prostate cells. Combine this with zinc and selenium, which you can find in pumpkin seeds and Brazil nuts, and you are providing the raw materials your body needs to maintain a healthy frequency. Another critical point is the concept of the refractory period. As men age, the time it takes for the body to recover between sessions naturally increases. This is not a sign of failure, it is simply a change in the pacing of the engine. By staying active daily or near daily, you are actually keeping that recovery window shorter by maintaining better blood flow and nerve sensitivity. If you go long periods without activity, the system can become sluggish, making it harder to restart. This is the use it or lose it principle in full effect. I also want to address the emotional dignity of the man over 60. There is a profound sense of self-esteem that comes from knowing your body still works as it should. When you neglect this part of your health, it can lead to a sense of isolation or even depression. By taking charge of your prostate health through regular frequency, you are reclaiming your identity. You are not just a grandfather or retiree, you are a man with needs, desires, and a functioning body. However, I must give you a few professional warnings. While daily activity is generally safe and beneficial, you must listen to your body. If you experience sharp pain, see blood in your fluid, or notice a sudden and dramatic change in your urinary habits, you must consult a professional immediately. These can be red flags for infections or other issues that require medical intervention. But for the vast majority of healthy men, the message is clear: keep the river flowing. Think of your body like a classic car. If you leave a classic car in the garage for months without turning the engine over, the seals will dry out, the battery will die, and the fuel will go bad. But if you take that car out for a drive every day, keep the oil changed, and push the engine a little bit, it will run beautifully for decades. Your body is that classic car and you are the driver. Do not let the odometer dictate how you feel. Instead, focus on the maintenance and the joy of the drive. The science of longevity is constantly evolving, but the fundamental need for circulation and hormonal balance remains constant. By committing to a frequent schedule of ejaculation, you are investing in a future where you are more likely to avoid the operating table and more likely to enjoy a deep, satisfying connection with your partner. It is about more than just a number on a calendar. It is about the quality of every single day you are given. We have covered the biological benefits, from cancer prevention to cardiovascular health, and we have touched on the psychological power of staying active. Remember that your journey is unique, and you should always move at a pace that feels right for you, but do not let fear or outdated myths hold you back from your full potential. You have the tools, you have the knowledge, and now you have the permission to prioritize your own vitality. This is the essence of mastery in the second half of life. It is about being proactive rather than reactive. It is about understanding that your prostate is not a ticking time bomb, but a vital part of your masculinity that deserves care and attention. As you move forward, keep the three pillars in mind: biological flow, emotional connection, and practical nutrition. When these three things work together, you become an unstoppable force of health and confidence. In conclusion, reclaiming your health after 60 is not about chasing youth, it is about honoring the machine you have lived in for 6 decades. I want you to remember that the information shared today is for educational purposes and should never replace a face-to-face consultation with your personal urologist, especially if you notice red flags like blood or severe pain. If you found value in this discussion, I invite you to join our brotherhood of men who are taking ownership of their aging process. Hit the like button and subscribe if you are ready to be the kind of man who remains vibrant and confident behind closed doors. Share this video with a brother or a friend who might be struggling in silence, because one simple conversation can change a life. Tell me in the comments if you are ready to start this journey by typing the words "Start now." Your health is your greatest asset, and it is never too late to invest in yourself. I am proud of you for showing up today and for having the courage to seek the truth about your body. Stay strong, stay informed, and remember that your best years are not behind you. They are simply waiting for you to take the lead. I will see you in the next video where we continue to unlock the secrets of male longevity and performance. Your commitment to learning is the first step toward a transformation that will impact every area of your life, from your sleep to your relationships. Do not let the world tell you that you are past your prime. Your prime is exactly where you decided to be. Take this information, apply it with consistency, and watch as your body responds with new levels of strength and energy. You deserve to live with passion and purpose, regardless of the number of candles on your birthday cake. Let us continue to push the boundaries of what is possible for men over 60, 70, and beyond. This is your time to thrive.